Hey guys, yeah, I'm just gonna do some. Basically, we kind of we already did exam. We did finish it and everything. I'm now gonna do some problems just for clarification. I don't really know how this. I don't know how many I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna do like enough, I guess.
Hello, Carlo. This is me. With yours. I'm on your phone right now. Bye.
So I guess we start with this one. Which of the relations on the arguments are anti-symmetric? Which relations have comparative property? Okay, so looking at the first one, for you have to know which one's anti-symmetric. Obviously, that one is where x is related to y, or y is related to x is if x is related to y and y is related to x, then x and y are so x equals y. Sorry. So looking at the relation R. So I'll scroll up to see. So the question is asking us which of these relations on the given set are anti-symmetric. So I want to go up now and ask which of the relations is anti-symmetric. Which I probably know what it is, but I just have to make sure. Okay. So just looking at that, it's a simple definition, obviously. So this said that. So I'm just gonna show you back on my screen. They said that it's let's just give it anti-symmetric. So R, the set is anti-symmetric if x. Wait, so for all if x y is a, and I'm on to a x r y, and if obviously x equal y. This is what anti-symmetry means. Incomparable is,
Now at McDonald's, get a $5 Mexican meal deal or a
I believe, for all
$6
x and
McDouble
y
meal
in
deal.
R.
They come with small fries, a soft drink, and 4-piece McNuggets.
X is comparable to Y, or Y is comparable, sorry, to
Granger
X.
offers professional-grade products, easy
Sorry,
reordering
I'm trying
online,
to
and
get from this
24/7
shit.
support, helping procurement managers keep buildings running.
Okay, no, it's not an A, it's an A here. Okay, so sorry, I'm just making sure I have everything correctly. Okay, so now that we got that settled, so which is our anti-symmetric? So looking at A, obviously, A is given A equals 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then R is 3, 2, 4. So given this value, which we have to make sure is it anti-symmetric. You know, if this is simply, I don't know if this exists or just for all. Nope, it's for all. So it's saying for all right here, every single, so for all A here. So we're giving 1, 2, so anti-symmetric, right? So 1, 2. Let's see. So the first one is 1, 1. 1, 1. If here it is. 1, 1 if x is, so x is in y and y is in x. X equals y. So this is true. So what about 1, 2 now? It's not here. 1, 3. 1, 3 is right here. So is 3, 1 in here? No, it's not. So this is not anti-symmetric. Well, to be fair, 3, 1 is not here. So no, it is so 1, 1 is, so 1, so this is anti-symmetric. So not yet. We haven't fully proved it yet, because 1, 3 and 3, 1 is not here. So but look, 2, 4, there's 2, 4 and there's 4, 2, but 2 does not equal 4, so this is not anti-symmetric. Is this comparable, however? So here we got to make sure x is y or y are x. So here, let's see. There's 1, 1. There's no 2, 2 here. This is not true because not every value is Now let me ask AI and see if it is if it's comparable or not. This is my chess club, I don't know. so let's look at B now. They're giving us A equals. Well, let me show you what B is. B is okay. So looking at this value, so we know that it's anti-symmetric if x is r related to y, and if y are related to x. So looking at anything here, I don't see any. So x is r related to y. So let 1 and 4 be x and y. I don't see any 4 or 1, so it's not there. So let's look at 1 and 2 now. I don't see any 2, 1 here, so it's not. So it's the set is not there. So 2 and 3. You look at the rest, and there's no 3, 2. 3, 4. There's no 4, 3. 5, 2. There's no 2, 5. And 4, 2. There's no 2, 4. And then 1, 3. There's no 3, 1. So per se, I believe this is anti-symmetric. Now, is it comparable? So for every single value of here, where x, y is a, is x comparable to y or y comparable to x? Is x r related to y or y r related to x? So looking here, there's you can start from 1, 1. Well, I think 1, 1 counts, right? So yes, this is not. Even though there's still 1 and 5, which isn't comparable. I didn't show you guys this. And also here, this is not really anything. Let me show you. Whoops, I should probably. I was playing. It's just I guess if you want to see. I don't know if I should show this really, but there's nothing bad. It's just me punching a bag, which I don't know why I'm so scared showing my face on it. Yeah, just me punching a bag in the gym. Just whatever. Boom. Stop it. I don't know. For someone who doesn't really care about their life, I do care about these two for some reason. Alright, I guess, where is it? Video, and then put them in gym bits. Extract here. And, yeah. Sorry. I guess as wait for that to extract, probably. Let's do this first. Okay, yeah, there you go. Symmetric but does not comparability. I agree. Okay, so see now we're looking at this. So the set here is so A in this scenario is the set of all integers, and R is practically x squared equals y squared. So uh, that's like, you know, if I already kind of give a definition, it's probably gonna be like negative 1 and 1. This is like negative 2 and 2. And it's like negative 3 and 3. All the way to like, you know, negative things. I mean, technically that's not a number, so it just goes forever. So the question is this, so first question is, you know, for x and y, so oops. X, I guess. Is this true? So if X, I don't think this set has, wait, technically it does because it's saying that if X and Y are, so it probably has, let me see, let me show you. It probably has, so negative 1 and 1. So negative, sorry, oops. So let's just say 1 and negative 1 is in here as well. Also, negative 1 and negative 1 is here, and also 1 and 1 is here. And this goes for every single number. So I do believe that every single, so if so in the value x, r, y, like for instance these two right here, I do think let me see, x, r, y. So negative, so let x equals negative 1, y equals negative 1, right? They are the same, and they always will be the same, correct? That is true. Now, question about comparability. So for now, I'm just gonna assume that it's comparable. Sorry, not anti-symmetric, but let me ask now: is it's comparable? So if it's is it comparable? Okay, so what do we know? We know that comparability is simply just for all x and y. X r y or y r x. This is true. So for remember, this is this x and y is a set of all integers, and to be fair, this is the set of all integers. X r y or y r x is a it's a let me think for a second. So we do know that for all x, it's comparable if this is true. Now, let's say you know, give example 1 and 5. So 1 is not a square root of 5, so 1 squared is not the square root of 5 squared, and 5 squared is not the square root of 1 squared, so I don't think this is comparable. So I'm just gonna explain what my reasoning. So we have this. So, remember, I notice, observe that all values I guess proving this is more abstract because there's no because all I'm saying is my how I hypothetically see it. So remember x squared equals y squared, right? And we have this set R where x r y equals x squared plus so x equals y squared. So, yeah, right. So and this is for all integers. So I think the first thing I should probably think of is how can I prove this? I guess my first thought right now is looking at an example or test cases, which I already know the test cases. So I kind of figure out what I'm trying to prove. So again, let's assume x are y and y are x, right? So I gotta show this basically. So we know correct? So we know this right here. So just plugging a value. So y squared equals since x squared is y squared, y squared is y squared. Two cases, right? Y is equal to negative y or y equal to and that's just my direction of is this true? Because is it really remember I just want to see if whether it's y squared is y squared, and I think that's just all it is, right? This shows how it's asymmetric. far so good. Um, I guess looking at the third question, okay, this is my reasoning. So we have a set of real numbers where x, r, y is if x is greater than 2 to the power y. So 2 to the power y, I believe, right? So again, this is only x, r, y if. Because if y is a negative number, then this is only possible if. Because if y is negative and x is positive, then this is not true. So this is like the set of like, was it all negative numbers? No, not even negative numbers. Sorry, it's like the log. If you take the log of both, the log, like the log base 2 of both sides, you realize that y is simply just So yeah, it's practically So r is set at an Okay, so give us answer to where the y. Okay, that's kind of what I figured here. Oh, I didn't think about that actually. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too.
Every community depends on its.
Sorry. Okay, so let's go to the fourth problem basically. So we know that the set of A is basically all real numbers. And then we have X, R, Y. Oops. Oops. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't think so. So this is practically equal to log X and this Y. So this value is essentially practically X, Y. Alright, to make it more simpler, it's and I think this is true. Um, so given this, I think for R, it's going to, I don't, you have to, well, let's prove for the most part that so what do we know about this? X, R, Y, so we know these two are true. So we gotta show that X equal Y. I guess assume X is not equal Y. I don't think there's a value such that this is true ever, right? As for comparability, so we know that it's either, and this is for, and so either, okay, so there's multiple cases where this might be happening. The question now comes down to, oops, it doesn't matter. So from what I'm seeing, it's, I personally think it's true, but let's not be biased.
Make your browser fast. Make your browser safe. Make your browser Chrome. Choose Google Chrome for your computer.
Because I have nothing but... I'm tired of here.
Tired of living?
I'd like to try a new one.
What place do you want?
Well, I expect to go to hell. So, I'm just curious. Couldn't be any worse than this here.
So, first question asks is, which of the following, looking at here, I'm using 4.1 by the way. This is, I believe, functions as relations. So, let's see. A function or mapping from A to B is a relation f from A to B such that the domain of f is A. If x and y in f and x and z in f, then y equals z. Okay, so basically, if input of x is an f, so I guess this one is saying that every single x has to correspond to y. Okay, so let me see, so just like a 1, 3, and then 2, 3.
Couldn't be any worse than this here.
So let's let x equal 1, and so here 1, 2, and then 1, 3. So f of 1 is equal to f of 1 equal 3. That is not a function. So given that, okay, so I'm just gonna write that down to solve some problems, basically. I plan on maybe doing like 5 problems of just of signature difficulty. So hopefully I can like do it in like the span of like an hour. But like, I think I should probably get some struggle with it, right? Because if they're just easy, then obviously I haven't learned anything. Okay, so enough talking for me. I will. So let's go ahead and start. So function fa. Um, so a function. A function from A to B is a relation f from A to B such that domain is A of f is A if x, y, and xz is an f, then y equals z. So that's what a function is basically. So this is kind of a trivial problem. Now let's touch this one real fast. This first problem. I'll just do maybe 1 and 2. So this obviously is not a problem. This obviously is not a function because let x equals x equals 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 are not functions, and let x, sorry, for 1a, we can see that for 1, every single x is distinct, which I think that is probably that's probably the defining features of a function. All x's need to be distinct. But yeah, let me just try to like inspect this E, then I. So E is saying that for every single ordered pair where both x, y are natural numbers, x is greater than or equal to y. Okay, so that's a set. Oh, okay, let me see. No, it's not obviously because there can be 1, 2, and then 1, 3, which, yeah, it's obviously not a function. But so I is pointing at A, B, C. So we know that here D is a function, but D is not pointing at anything. They said so like remember as a function the domain is A right here, and every single. So yes, this is a function. For J, it's not a function because, sorry, wait, let me see. No, J is a function because for here, this pointing, so if x is C and x is D, they're both pointing at two different values. It's only if x is the same, where x is C and a point at 2, where it's not a function. So give a reason why the rule here does not define a function from R to R. Oh, because here obviously if x is a square root, if x is 4 or 4, this will give you 2 or -2. So because 4 gives you 2x, sorry, the x is 4 gives you 2 y values, it's not a function, so that's not that hard. So I'm just gonna give you let's just give it a random right here, 16. Okay, let's do this one. Hopefully this is a bit challenging, right? So let S be a relation from A to B. Okay, we define two projection functions. Okay, so projection functions. I'm gonna look up and see what projection functions are. No, I'm not familiar with projection functions, unfortunately. I guess I see the word functions used a lot. Yep, as I figured. The word projection function is not here. So question 16, remember. So let S be a relation from A to B. So, okay. S is a relation from A to B, which obviously SA means S is a relation, right? From A to B. We define two projection functions. Pi of pi 1 is S to A, and pi 2, which is pi from S to B, as follows. the parent A. So for all in terms of S. So find the range of pi 1, find the range of pi 2. So that's the range, okay? So look at S is a relation from A to B, remember. That's all that's what we know. So S be a relation from A to B, which I guess input, they're asking, so the first for A, they're asking for the range, right? Asking for the range, RNG, which is range for pi 1, right? Let's get the input. The input here is obviously we know that S is a relation from A to B. So S basically the domain of S is A, and every single A maps to B. So we have a projection function obviously. So pi 1 is S is mapped to A. So apparently every single value of A, or I think it's a pair, right? Because it's a function, right? Because S is a function, or no, that's actually a relation, to be fair with you. Which is it's kind of like, I guess this syntax is confusing. Yeah, because S be a relation from A to B. That's kind of like, what does that even mean in the first place? So let's look at this. All of the sets are relations from A to B. Okay, why is it relation from A to B? So go here, 1, 4, it's 2, 5, it's here. 3, 6, and 2, 6 are all relations because 2, 5, and 2, 6 are distinct. P is not a function from A to B. Okay, so they're relations from A to B, but not functions. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we write f A to B, and this reads f is a function from A to B, or f maps A to B. The set B is called the codomain of f. Okay, so I guess where my question was, these two are functions, and it's like a mapping kind of sense. Okay, so when you jump down to question 16, okay, so S is a relation from A to B, so some value of S, right? So S is like a set for the most part. I think I'll probably argue. Like for P in the first one, it's probably some set where wait, sorry, let me go back to the first example. They said that all the sets are relations from A to B because, right? Even this one that doesn't have all it just has 2 of them, right? Okay, so with that being said, back to our original question. This attribute relation, so basically it just has like one pair. I think the least is at least one pair, right? One pair of A of the domain. Sorry, one pair of one element in A maps to one element in B, basically. So we define 2 projection functions. Pi 1, where pi 1 is a function where an element, or let me think, every element at the very least, right? Every element. No, I don't think it has to be every element, correct? And basically an element of A is mapped to, an element of S is mapped to element of B. And for pi 2, S is so for all A, B, so remember, so look what they're saying what pi is. Pi is the set A, B, obviously, which is the element of S. pi AB equals A, and then here pi t equals B. So what is the function here? So the range of pi is obviously is simply A, and the range of pi 2 is obviously equal to B. Okay, so it's that simple. Let me ask AI. This is what I wrote. I was just trying to get the, understand the input, the output, everything. So sorry if I was kind of like ranting a lot, but yeah, I'll simply just do that one problem. Let's go back to here. Okay, wait, no, sorry. I just reread the problem. In terms of S, this here, in terms of S. So in terms of S, which is let me just make sure I got this correctly. So in terms of S, S is a relation from A to B, correct? So remember pi 1 is simply no, that's actually not that hard.
Feel like your tooth sensitivity isn't severe enough to deal with? What if I told you Sensodyne has a fast and simple remedy? New Sensodyne Clinical Repair starts to repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds. I'm so excited to introduce this new product to patients. New Sensodyne Clinical Repair is absolutely amazing.
Okay, so I guess honestly speaking, Let me see. I don't know why I'm saying off speaking. Let me. Okay, so I think that's all. It doesn't seem like the question doesn't seem super hard. I guess I'll do 18A and see how it goes. Because the second proof just seems super annoying. But I'll do 18 and then see if I can probably do it. So, just for this thing to finish loading, you can go here and see, let f be a function of a to b, right? So, here, I'm writing it down, but on a different set, just for us to read. Let f be a function. I'm just writing inputs, remember? Inputs. So, f is a function. Function a to b, right? Define a relation T. So define define a relation T on A by T x is T related to Y, if and only if x fx is equal to fy. Prove that T is an equivalent relation on A. Okay. So let's understand the question real fast. So we're given an input, right? F is a function of f is a function of a to b, right? And define T relation T, or better yet, just write this. Right, T is a set where x t y right. Prove, okay, so the axiom output. Prove that T is an equivalence function. Okay, equivalence relation, sorry. On A. A is arbitrary set, obviously. So this is kind of easy. This is the whole thing, obviously. Reflexive is simply just reflexive, obviously, x is tx. This is simply true because fx is equal to fx. It's not even hard. And obviously, sorry, what's it again? Your answer is close, but the ranges are not necessarily all of A and all of B. The first projection takes an ordered pair. Yes? Oh, the domain of S. The range of S. I mean, that's kind of what I meant, right? Domain of S, because similarly T. Okay. What makes P a function relation to A? Oh, okay, so relation is just simply a subset of A to B. A function every A must appear exactly once as the first coordinate. So every function is a relation, but not every relation is a function. Okay. So looking at 18 again, 18a. Let's try to get our understanding. So remember, it's a function from a to b. So the domain of a is so domain of a is a function of the first order pair. Yeah, okay. Define the relation T on A, right? So we know T on so the domain. Okay, wait, hold on. So this is okay. This is kind of a iffy thing. It's gonna be a bit annoying to prove that. Okay, this is actually a bit of an issue because we're proving that T is an equivalence relation on A, right? But the thing is, if and only if the input of X is also an output. Now the thing is, the problem is, for a function, every single X must be mapped to every domain must be mapped to a specific to a unique unique Y. And the only case this is the same is only if the ordered pair X and Y are equal. So like if we're given like in the function f, there's like a pair 1 1, pair 2 2, pair 3 3. Because if there's like a pair 1 3, right? So like the pair where fx is 1, and they'll give you output of because I don't think. But the thing is, wait, remember, it's a function though. It's a function. So the function must be true. Okay, so I guess my first assumption right now is so proving reflection. Honestly, just A. Okay, so define the relation T on A. So it's T on A, huh? Okay, so this is shit. Sorry, I didn't notice that. So mhm. And remember, this is a function. So proving reflexive. So given that this is a function, obviously, I guess the first thing I should probably understand is that, remember, we're given, so this is like a sub problem, which sub problem, Melissa has a sub problem, right? What are they asking us?
What's up, guys? So it's a bit later.
Sorry, so we gotta prove this is true for all x and a. So remember, you have to understand that this is a function. So if it's a function, that means every single value of x does map into a specific value. So this isn't b for the most part, right? We know this is b, this isn't b, and this x is an a. So we know x is an a, and this value, the value right we're getting right here, isn't b. Um, so because this, I'll say because. So remember, t is on a, right? The relation t is on a. And f is a function too. So because f Okay, I'm confused. Actually, I think you can answer every single question by the definition of a function. I want to see what AI was gonna say because I actually don't know this one. I mean, this is kind of what I meant. Wait. Okay. Sorry, that's habitual. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, okay, no, I get it. I don't think this example will be a function though, because no, it will be a function because f is. Then I think symmetric would be probably the same, wouldn't it? Because like obviously for y is for y t x. Because like we know that you know f x, that's not even like a now I guess for transitivity where mhm. So we know that so assuming okay, so one thing we should probably assess is that Remembering that this is a function. The reflexive property indicates that these two values, they're all in B. So transitivity is more of a, so this problem here, what they're asking is simply just finding this right here. So I guess let's suppose, I guess fx a, for instance, right? Sorry, I had to play music. I forgot to play music. But yeah, I guess looking at the second question, in the case when wait, that's what I did? Oh yeah. Uh, it's supposed to be A times A. So looking at 18b, it's probably the last question I'll answer. But in the case of where f is mapped to R to all real numbers, is given by describe the equivalence of class of 0, of 2, and of 4. Okay. So of 0, of 2, and of 4. Let me think for a second. So what they're kind of saying here is so in the case of equivalence class of 0, of 2, and of 4. Okay, we do know that it's a relation though, right? So a relation where I'm assuming this relation is so remember this is what we're given. and we want to get the class of 0 height. So what I'm kind of understanding is, how do we express it as a relation though? I think it's like x f y such that x. Sorry, let me see. So we're kind of given this, right? Which is simply just 0. So here, we're given such that it's a value of 2, empty set. Hopefully I'm right. Shoot. Okay. No, so fx and fy. Wait a minute. Yeah, because fx is this question right here is only given to the first one. I see. That's All right. So enjoy this picture of Give a Diva. Goodbye.